Now let us go ahead and take on this example on hedge accounting. Now even though there are no numericals in your study material, they might test on hedge accounting. Now let us take on this example. Yes.
Yes, sir. Entity A has the euro as its functional currency. It expects to purchase a machine for $10,000 on October 31, 20x6.
Just wait. Now let us assume that you guys represent A Limited, okay, people watching the video, and you are planning to purchase a machine for $10,000. But what is your local or the functional currency?
Euro.
It is the euro. That is supposed to be your functional currency. And you want to buy a machine and pay for in US dollars, right? On October 31st, 2000. Okay, 20x6. Is that fine? Next.
Accordingly, it is exposed to the risk of increase in the dollar rate.
Exactly.
If the dollar rate increases before the purchase takes place, the entity will have to pay more euros to obtain the $10,000 that it will have to pay for the machine.
Okay, that means in case the dollar is going to appreciate, then you got to pay more euros to buy those $10,000 for payment. Is that fine? Next.
To offset the risk of increases in the dollar rate, the entity enters into a forward contract on April 30, 20x6 to purchase $10,000 in 6 months for a fixed amount of euro 8,000.
What is the meaning? Because you want to have a check on the cash flow, not the fair value, the cash flow. You guys, A Limited, enter into a forward contract, let us say with Bank X. Let us say, Bank X is a person now reading the question, Renuka ma'am. Is that fine? So you guys have a contract with her to buy 10,000 US dollars in 6 months' time. It is now 30th April. And you have a payment in 6 months' time, which is October 31st, 20x6. Is that fine? So you enter into a contract to buy 10,000 US dollars, and the rate fixed is, you can say, 0.8 euro per dollar. So what is $10,000 into 0.8? It is 8,000 euros. Is that fine? Guys, remember your company A Limited has a forward contract with Bank X, Renuka ma'am, okay, to buy the $10,000 at 8,000 euros, right? 0.8 euro per dollar. Next.
Entity A designates the forward contract as a hedging instrument in a cash flow hedge.
You saw it's the forward
exposure
contract
to increase in the dollar rate.
The forward contract is a hedging instrument. And here, what is a hedged item? It is a highly probable forecast transaction, nothing but you want to purchase a non-financial asset, a machine, right? And that is a highly probable forecast transaction. And you enter into a forward contract that is supposed to be the hedging instrument. Next.
At inception, the forward contract has a fair value of 0. So no journal entry is required.
So basically, you don't pay any fee to Renuka ma'am, right? For entering into this forward contract to buy $10,000. Next.
On July 31, the dollar has appreciated such that $10,000 for delivery on October 31, 2000x6 cost 9,000 euro on the market.
Now let us assume that your financial year ends on 31st July. Okay, on that date, what is the cost of the $10,000? $10,000 into 0.9 euro per dollar, right? It is around 9,000 euros. But remember, you won't close the contract on that day. But you have to, being a derivative instrument, should be mark to market. Now over here, it is, you can still buy it for how much? 8,000 euro. Yes or no? You can buy the $10,000 at 8,000 euro. In case you want to close the contract on that day with Renuka ma'am, You can sell those $10,000 back to her for how much? For 9,000 euro. Remember, you would have done this in AFM also. Whenever you have a contract to buy, you can enter into an offsetting contract, that's contract to sell. Is that fine? If you were to sell the $10,000, in case you want to cancel the contract that day, you stand to gain around 1,000 euro. Yes or no? You bought at 8,000 euro. If you want, you can sell it for how much? 9,000 euro on that date. What is the profit you make? 1,000 euro. And that is like a receivable. You can receive that money from the banker in case you want to close the contract on that day. Got it? But you cannot close it then because the expiry day is what? 31st October. But here, because you want to market the derivative instrument, there is a 1,000 euro gain. Now, what is the entry for that? You debit a forward contract asset receivable, and which account you credit? As per Ind AS 109, whenever it is a cash flow hedge, assuming that the hedge is effective, all the 1,000 euro gain will be recognized in other comprehensive income and shown as a part of reserves and a surplus. Just see the entry out there. It is forward
Asset
contract of forward asset receivable from Renuka ma'am, 1,000 euro to
equity.
nothing but it's a cash flow hedge reserve, and that will be taken through other comprehensive income. If you want, you can write to OCI hyphen equity. Is that fine? And amount is 1,000 euro. Next.
Yes, sir. Therefore, the forward contract has increased in fair value of 1,000 euro. That is the difference between the committed price of 8,000 euro and the current price of 9,000 euro.
Exactly.
Ignoring for the simplicity the effect of difference in interest rates between two currencies. Entity A still expects to purchase the machine for $10,000. So it concludes that the hedge is 100% effective.
Exactly.
Because the hedge is fully effective, the entire change in fair value of the hedging instrument is recognized directly in equity. Therefore, entity A makes this entry: forward asset account debit 1,000 and credit equity 1,000.
You can also write to other comprehensive income hyphen a cash flow hedge reserve. Is that fine? And that is amount of 1,000 euro as on that date. Think this way, you can buy a 9,000 euro, worth of dollars for how much? 8,000 euro, right? That's a gain of 1,000. Another way to think is what? In case you were to close the contract on that day, you had a contract to buy for 8,000 euro. You can sell it back to the banker for how much? 9,000 euro. How much is stand to gain? 1,000 euro. Is that fine? Next.
On October 31, 2026, the dollar rate has further increased such that $10,000 cost 9,500.
That means euro 0.95 per dollar, right? That means it's a 9,500 euros.
In the spot market.
Is in the spot market on 31st October. Now check this. That means what? You can sell the currency. That is, you can sell. Remember, you bought at 8,000 euro. You had a contract to buy. It's as good as bought. In case you want to close a position on that day, which you can because that is the expiry day, you can sell the currency for how much? 9,500. What is the profit you make? Is 1,500 euro. Of that, 1,000 already recognized on 31st July. Now, what is the further gain? Another 500 euro, right?
Yes.
Now, for that, what is entry? You debit a forward asset receivable to other comprehensive income hyphen a cash flow hedge reserve. How much? 500 euro. And what are you going to do on that day? Before you can come and purchase a machine, before you can go and buy the machine from the US supplier and pay for it by buying the currency in the open market, you can go to bank X, Renuka ma'am, and collect this money, 1,500 euro from her. Yes? Remember, you had a contract to buy and now you want to sell it. So therefore, the difference, what are you going to do? You can take that money from Renuka ma'am. What is the entry? Just see the
Cash
entry.
account
Cash account debit 1500 euro to forward a contract asset or forward asset 1500 euro.
500
Right.
Yes, sir.
Then what do? You're going to buy the machine. You're going to buy the machine from the US supplier for how much? $10,000, right?
Yes, sir.
And every dollar, what is the rate? That day's rate? 0.95
95.
euro. So what is 0.95 into $10,000? 9,500.
500.
That means what? In case you want to buy every dollar, you have to spend 0.95. But here they assume they are purchased on credit and you're going to make the payment later. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
So on the day of the transaction, when you buy the machine, what is the exchange rate? 0.95 euro per dollar, right? So just see the entry, machinery account debit or say property, plant, equipment account debit, how much? 9,500 euro to either in case you paid it to bank or to payable 9,500 euro. Now there will be one more doubt. So what to do with the cash flow reserve we created? Remember, we credited OCI twice, 1,000 euro and 500 euro.
Yeah.
Now what I do with the OCI reserve? So what I will do, that OCI reserve, the cash flow reserve, will not be taken to P&L. What you can do, you have to reduce it from
The machinery.
exactly. For that, what is entry? You debit the cash flow reserve, that is equity, to machinery account. How much? 1,500. Now there, see, you debited 9,500, and now you're crediting 1,500. Now what is the net value of the machine? It is 8,000 euro, right? Got it?
Yes, sir.
And that is the entry. That is, you reduce the value of the machine and adjust the cash flow reserve against the cost of the machine. Is that fine? It will be cash flow reserve to
It will be equity to the
equity
machinery.
to machine, or say cash flow reserve to machine. So guys, wherever you find the word equity, you can use a phrase throughout the sum. You can use a phrase other comprehensive income, OCI, hyphen a cash flow hedge reserve. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
For example, the first entry, it is a debit forward asset to other comprehensive income, a hyphen cash flow hedge reserve. And do that for the 500 euros also, right? And also towards the end, what do you do? Debit other comprehensive income, hyphen cash flow hedge reserve to machine account. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So guys, learn this example really well for examination. Very important. In fact, there is a case study also in your one of your model papers. Okay. So go through the sum really well.
Yes.